we're here. Hi, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
I just gotta log in and get my notes ready.
But I had to put pants on. Sorry.
I'll take them off, dude. Can you
I
turn
told
the air
everybody
on?
Yeah.
I made you put
It
pants
is on.
on.
The air is on.
The air's on?
Yeah, I'll put on 66.
Could have fooled me, champ.
Dude, look at this. You ready? You
Yeah, I'm
ready?
ready.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's good, man. The HGH is working out, huh?
Look at that.
Pop those pecs. Pop those pecs. Pop those pecs. Pop those pecs.
I can't right now. They're very sore.
When are you getting abs?
I don't think I'll get abs with this. I think I'll just get like HGH belly, and I'm fine with that.
That's cool.
Yo, it's 10:30. Let's fucking start drinking, bro. Here we go.
Oh, wait a second. I have to open my beer.
10:30 in the morning. We're having a morning beer. We're having a
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
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 All right. Hey, everybody. Let's let me tweet out that we're going live now.
Give me 2 beers. I'll start acting like Mr. Gonzo in Chicago.
Oh shit. Dude, do you remember his
No,
claws
I'm
came
not.
out? His claws came out and he climbed the wall and he was on the ceiling like this.
He had half a White Claw and was like, "I'm fucking Wolverine."
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Rich, I gotta fix. Are you happy with your video?
I can't.
Oh, you know what? Your color's a little off.
Yeah, I got some color. I was in the sun. I'm very pink, so you have to adjust for pinkness. You gotta adjust for man pinkness. Can't say that anymore, man. That's racist.
White balance. You can't
Jesus.
give you a little tan.
Can you
All right.
can you respond to Jonathan that you don't care about what he just texted us?
We don't care, John.
Just I don't care.
No, we love you. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited to meet his girlfriend.
I can't believe someone's dating him.
I know.
They don't know the secrets yet. We're gonna expose her to all the secrets.
Didn't he
Oh
say?
man.
Didn't
Yeah.
he say it's one of those parties where you all put your keys in a basket?
He did say that, but do you remember he was in that youth program in that other country?
Oh no.
I don't think she wants to know about that. All right.
All right.
He's a Manchurian candidate, dude, Jonathan.
He's the main.
I whisper a word into his ear, and all of a sudden he's gonna start blowing things up.
Cum dumpster.
Is that the word?
That's the word. He just starts going apeshit.
Good morning, my Egyptian lovers. Bachelor 3000, $1.99. Gang, gang, gang.
Hey,
Bang.
by the way, before
Bang,
we
bang,
get
bang.
started, before
Yeah.
we get let me find where it is. My boy Wrestling Shorts is the guy that did the sign. He's in chat.
Oh, dude, that
collision.
sign. I gotta tell you, I got a text message from someone at AEW.
Oh my god.
You okay?
Yeah. Just
What happened?
I'm melting. I'm decomposing today.
You're decomposed, dude. I have it. I got it on 64.
Hot, dude. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. I run really hot. All right, let's go.
You like
We
these?
we
Look at
can't
this.
all afford no sleeves like you, Andrew.
Would you like these?
Oh yeah, those are awesome. All
Dude,
right.
I was in the private room. I'm like,
Mhm.
you guys should all go to Sapphire afterwards.
All right.
Jeez.
I think Mike Johnson ended up there.
It
Dude,
sounds so dirty when you say
I gotta
that.
talk about it because he was one of the sweetest people I've ever met in wrestling. One of the most normal people. What's the all-in scoop? Oh, would you like to know? All right, I got a nice little. It's a little scoop
Let's
scoop.
do it. Let's do it.
All
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, are you doing the cameras,
Whenever you're ready.
MG? You're gonna do it, right?
I can if you want. I'll try to keep up, but yeah, be on
All right.
standby.
All right. Let me just do one more tweet that we're live. All right.
Yep.
Hey, we're having a nice little barbecue later. We're meeting Jonathan's lady friend for the first time.
Yeah, Uncle Bob is coming.
Mhm.
My attorney.
That's true. That's
So
true.
you'll have representation when
I
it's
will
all
have
representation.
goes to shit and
Yeah.
you're all in jail.
I think my buddy Alex might be coming. I don't know.
Dude, I bought a bunch of cherry bombs. I'm just gonna drop it in people's pants when they're here.
I thought you were gonna say we're gonna flush them all down the toilet.
All down the toilet,
Just
blow up my
destroy your
toilet?
plumbing.
All right. MG, one thing. Can you do me a favor? There was a report
Yes,
that
sir.
came out. It was on Twitter. It was the DVR numbers also for AEW.
Oh yes, I
Bless
saw
you.
that. I meant to put
Yeah.
that in. Let me see if I can find it.
I have it by memory, but just I want to be close to it.
All right, brother.
let me see.
Brother.
I got good brothered a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, "What's up?" Was Hogan there?
A lot of soft handshakes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right. We're ready?
We're ready.
All right. You guys ready? Is the chat room ready? That's what I want to know. Are my sweet babies all ready? We're here, big bro. All right. Brother. All right. We'll begin in 3, 2, and 1. Everybody, welcome to Matt Men, your source for all things professional wrestling. I'm Andrew Zarin. I'm joined by the Iceman, Rich Stambolian.
I wish I were the Iceman.
No, you're melting. You're a melting boy.
You know what? I am the Iceman, and that's why I am melting.
We're having
But Top Gun's Iceman.
Saturday morning edition of Matt Men. We're having listen, we're barbecuing today. All right? We haven't done this in a while. We haven't done a Matt Men barbecue party.
Mm-hmm.
We started drinking already.
Yes.
This I mean, actually, to be honest, this is the first one that we opened.
Yes.
This is the first sip I'm taking. Ready?
I'm ready.
We were off last week for the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
It was a holiday weekend. Rich was traveling. I was decomposing.
Yeah.
And we took off, and I thought, man, this week, let's do a barbecue on Saturday. I did not plan on going to the garden last night. That was not in the cards for me.
Yeah,
it ended up happening. I got summoned. So we went to the garden. We'll talk about that today on the show. My experience at MSG last night for Smackdown, which was fantastic.
Great.
40-minute freaking segment, opening segment.
Wild, right?
Wild. And then another 10 minutes at the end. Half the show was dedicated to this storyline. And you know what? The crowd did not get bored. They were not booing. They were not sitting on their hands. They were so into this, as if they were watching theater.
You know why? I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Friday night in New York City, right? Sun goes down real late. Listen, you're out of that building at like 10, 15, 10, 20. Yeah. You can go out and party all night. Nice and hot. There's outdoor places you can go.
Dude.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic night to be out. It was a great night to be out. I don't know. Where do you want to begin? Where do you want to start? There's a lot of stuff we got to cover here.
All right, let's start with this news. We're going to keep it like high and tight today, and we're going to be very fast talkers.
Yeah, we're doing a 10-minute show, and then we're going to go play video games.
10-minute show, we're going to play video games, and then we're going to barbecue on each other. All right. Dave Meltzer reported this week that 6 of the matches for SummerSlam are indeed slated and ready to go.
Yeah, you got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, which looks like it's going to be, a Hell in a Cell?
You know, I kind of don't want it to be a Hell in a Cell. You know what I want, actually?
What?
I want a ladder match.
Oh, dude, I would love that. From those two?
For once,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing Roman climb a ladder.
Yeah, you know what? I'm into that.
Yeah.
You got Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar again. You got Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch. You want to see Brock and Cody again?
I want to see Brock and Cody again. Bra and panties match.
In a bra and panties match. You know what? That's good. I like that.
That's the match. Well, let's call the match stipulations as we run down this list.
Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch. First Blood.
First Blood. Oh, yeah. First Blood.
That should be a First Blood
definitely.
Match. Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca Belair in a Loser Leaves Town.
Inferno
match. Ooh. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. Inferno match. Okay.
Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. I think that should be a Loser Leaves Town.
That's
match.
a Loser Leaves Town match. Okay. Yeah. And Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler.
Hair versus hair.
Hair versus. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Great stipulation.
That's what I want.
So that's so far the card for SummerSlam, which is stacked. AEW Collision ratings dropped in their third week. Second week of a drop. This week I expected to be higher. 452,000 viewers. This was the first show that Punk did not wrestle on. Also, it was a holiday weekend. The ratings so far are 816,000 for the first week with a .33, 0.21 with 595, and a .13 with a 452. That rating was so low, and it is not an accurate number, and I'll tell you why. Rampage beat Collision.
Really?
Friday night versus Saturday.
Yeah.
Everybody was home on Friday. Nobody was home on Saturday.
Good point.
Here are the DVR numbers, however, because this is something we're going to start seeing more of. As cable viewership changes and viewership patterns change, we're going to start seeing more of this. AEW Collision debut did 952 with DVR plus 3. 624. Is it? I'm not sure. Is this DVR plus 3 or is this DVR 24 hours?
I think it's 24 hours. Let me go look at the tweet.
All right, I got.
The gentleman's name is just Alex.
Yeah, I'll ask Brandon Thurston this. 692 for the second week and 550 for the third week.
Those are numbers.
Listen, we know that SmackDown. I know. I'm sorry, you're falling asleep. I know SmackDown does like 4 million overall. DVR plus 3 on average. So these are interesting. AW All In currently Ticket distribution is around 75,000 tickets distributed. Current capacity is 87,000. The upper deck is now fully open. So once these matches gets announced, I think you're going to have more tickets sold. But you also have to look at this. You got to announce these matches soon because international travel needs time.
I'm going to pat myself on the back here.
Yes, give me.
Didn't I say 75,000?
You did say 75.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Knew it. I don't even know nothing about numbers.
Yeah.
I can't even count to 75,000.
So the upper deck was opened up. WWE Survivor Series headed to Chicago on November 24th at the Allstate Arena. This is the same week that AEW will run Chicago as well.
That's fun. That's a lot of fun, I gotta say. Like usually I kind of poo-poo on like, oh, they're jumping on each other's backs with this kind of thing. But Chicago is such a great town that I think it'll be so much fun for everybody who goes to both shows.
Yeah. Listen, man, it's all fun. And Jon Moxley defends the use of blood in a Sports Illustrated article, stating that this is a sport. It happens all the time.
Did he talk about his thin forehead skin problem?
He's like, dude, it's not me. I got a very thin forehead.
It's genetics.
Genetics. What do you want me to do? Blood and Guts has been announced. Both teams are now looking for an extra partner. Eddie Kingston is in Japan, and Bryan Danielson has an arm break. So who are these picks, Rich?
So, damn. Kota Ibushi.
It looks like Ibushi's won.
Homicide.
And Homicide?
Yeah. Homicide.
MG, who do you think on the other side?
It's got to be somebody tangential with the Elite, right?
Maybe not. Maybe it's a surprise.
Well, what about Kenny? Or is Kenny involved?
No, Kenny's
in there. Okay.
Yeah. Kenny's on the Elite side.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need
So it's
someone
going to have to be somebody the Black Bull Combat Club side.
Yeah.
So someone in that vein who on the roster.
You know who you should do?
Up.
You know who's a great pick?
Taz.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh.
Right?
That
Zack Sabre Jr.
actually is very smart. That
Yeah.
actually makes a lot of sense.
I think you need a New Japan guy.
You think so?
Yeah. Shibata. But no, Shibata's a face. Can't do that.
For Blackpool?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a heel.
Suzuki?
Suzuki would be cool, but
Suzuki's
Suzuki's with Jericho.
Yeah.
Homicide. I'm for it.
Let's go Homicide, yeah.
What if it's Punk?
Ooh, I don't know if I'd be into that.
Shota. People are saying Shota. It could be Shota. No, it can't be Shota.
Well, Shota's going to be on. Shota's already on the BCC side.
Yeah.
Kenta?
Could be Kenta.
Kenta's good. Kenta would be a good pick.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Very, very cool. So that's coming up. WWE. Money in the Bank. They announced 18,885 fans last week. They were loud. That was a great audience. They need to do more of these international shows. The UK crowd is fantastic. They loved it. The men's Money in the Bank match, Damian Priest defeated Logan Paul, Butch, Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, and Santos Escobar.
Didn't see that coming.
You didn't. Who did you think?
But I
Logan Paul?
should have known. Well, I was convinced about the LA Knight thing.
You were.
Right? Or Logan Paul. But as soon as Damian Priest showed up dressed like Mother effing Skeletor, it was over.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan defeated Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler to win the women's title. This came after Shayna attacked Ronda mid-match out of nowhere, then walked out. That was the big surprise there. Gunther with Imperium defeated Matt Riddle to retain the IC title. Went 7 minutes and 47 seconds. Drew McIntyre entered as Gunther celebrated, and the crowd popped huge. Cole screamed, "The rumors of Drew McIntyre's demise in WWE are not true." Why did he say that? Nobody was saying that his demise are pending.
Well, people were saying that he was going to leave.
I mean, but who? Nobody.
Right.
All right, whatever.
I don't know.
This was a response. So John Cena comes out.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, also Cody defeated Dominic. That was a fun match. John Cena comes out and starts pandering to the crowd that WrestleMania needs to go to London.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a response to All In or not, but it was a response to something. Grayson Waller interrupted. They did a long segment. He said WrestleMania should be in Australia. By the way, Grayson Waller wrestled last night.
Yeah.
Against Edge.
Yeah, great. I like Edge's new outfit.
Yeah, he's like an old grizzly vet,
Mhm.
you know? So they're suggesting that Grayson Waller took an attitude adjustment, but they're suggesting that WrestleMania may come to the UK,
That would be bananas.
which I think it should.
That'd be cool. What would the crossover be though? You know how like UK fans travel to the States? Do you think they would get as like almost like the same influx?
All French.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, all French and smoking long cigarettes.
that guy.
That guy. We also had the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Io Sky defeated Bayley, Becky Lynch, Zelina Vega, Zoe Stark, and Trish Stratus. Fun match. I like this match a lot. Dave gave it 4 stars or a little over 4 stars. I got to look at. I have not read this week's Observer, but
Listen,
well deserved for Io.
Trish is the best.
Trish looked great. She got a busted nose. She wore the nose protector like she had in
Classic.
2003, 2004. Yep. Classic Trish.
The finish was one of a kind.
The finish was a very unique finish that I liked a lot. I saw a lot of criticism about that finish. I thought it was great. Essentially what happened was Trish and Zoe tried to handcuff Becky to the post, and it didn't work. So she had one handcuff on and nothing on the other one. Becky's going up the ladder. So is Bayley. Io comes in, handcuffs them together within the ladder so they can't go anywhere, and she just climbs over them and wins. Great ending. I love that.
Awesome.
Seth Rollins defeated Finn Balor to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso defeated the Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. This was the first time Roman Reigns was pinned since December 2019. Trivia question for you, Rich.
Yes.
Do you know who pinned him?
Kevin Owens?
No. Mr. Dog Food himself, Baron Corbin.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
All right. Let's go into SmackDown.
SmackDown.
I was there.
SmackDown and MSG. Andrew in attendance. You were backstage. You were front stage.
I was backstage. I was front stage.
You were in Gorilla, right?
I was in Gorilla.
Dressed as a gorilla.
I was dressed as Vince. So I was not planning on going. So I took the kids to Lion King.
Yeah.
Actually, Bob, my attorney, treated us to Lion King.
On Thursday.
Bob Rowe, yeah.
Yeah. And Sardis.
And Sardis, dude. Best fucking martini, bro.
Best martini on the planet.
Fantastic martini. So we went, first time my kids are going to Broadway. So we did the Lion King. What a show. I got to tell you, I'm not a Lion King fan. Too sad. Too sad for me.
Okay.
This was remarkable.
Did you hold Hunter up the entire time like the Lion King?
They were enamored. They really were.
Yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
what an awesome show. If you got young kids and you're coming to New York and you want to see a play, listen, it was like 2 hours and some change. Unbelievable show. Great experience. So I'm like, you know what? I'll see if I could go to the show. It was sold out. I reached out to WWE. I was like, listen, guys, anything available? They're like, how many do you need? I'm like, 4. He's like, I don't think we could do it. He's like, dude, this is a real sellout. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. Got a message Friday afternoon. Hey, you want tickets? All right, here we go.
Awesome.
Full disclosure, nice comp press ticket.
Very cool.
I did not expect it to be in a suite. My kids loved it. They had the time of their life. I got to meet Mike Johnson. I got to tell you, what a normal, nice human being to talk to.
Very cool.
I had a great time hanging out with him, talking to him. There were a bunch of other people from media in there. Some people brought their kids. It was such a great room to watch wrestling. I got to tell you, man, great show. I loved everything about it. The Garden, I have a very special place in my heart for that building.
Absolutely.
I get goosebumps every time I enter it. It is something from my childhood. I've seen hundreds of acts over the last 20 some odd years at the Garden. I mean, you know how special it is.
Oh, the Garden's the best.
It feels. Listen, I'm not going to say magical, but it does feel very special when you walk in there.
The Garden and the theater at the Garden also. The
theater at the Garden also. And Hammerstein also, same feel. You know? Very cool experience. And it's interesting to see my kids' perspective. Yeah. And other kids too, because that's the next generation that's watching. First thing that happened, LA Knight came out. It was a dark match, or it was a dark segment. Man, they erupted for LA Knight.
Oh,
that building, and people weren't at their seats yet. People are at concessions, and it was, I would say, 75% full at that point. They blew up for him.
Wow.
Huge reaction for him. But the big story was this opening segment. Let me just say, I have not seen the Garden this full in a very, very long time. Was it a Triple H return in 2002 full? No, because they resized the garden.
yeah.
They redid it. The seats are bigger. You're not going to get those people in there with a stage.
The stage setup is way different.
Stage setup is way different. But this was the biggest crowd I've seen at the Garden. It was a legitimate sellout. 13.5 or whatever. I don't know. Did Michael Cole announce a number on TV? MG?
For which one? Sorry, I was doing something.
What could you have been doing?
Yeah, what do you do? Are you turning into Andrew where you're just answering emails as the show is happening?
Well, I'm doing stuff for you guys here. Jesus. What was your question, Andrew?
My question was, did Michael Cole announce a number in attendance? Oh, Michael Cole said 15,000 something. Michael Cole announced 15,000.
Okay.
Yeah, he did say sellout right at the top of the show.
He said over 15,000. Well, that's impossible.
Yeah.
15,000 in that building. However,
I know you know they're going to say sellout regardless.
Titan math. It was a sellout, dude. You know, it was 100% a sellout. There was no more room in that building. Every seat on the top in the nosebleeds, which are still okay at the Garden, were packed.
Yeah.
The hard camera where they had the friends and family was the only open seating that I saw, and I counted about 15 seats, but that has to be open for production reasons.
There is something magical about being in the city on a hot Friday,
on a hot
Friday, on a hot summer Friday.
Was bumping, dude. Yeah. City was bumping last night. So I got a chance to talk to some people there. Obviously, I was roaming around a little bit. I was, seeing people that
backstage
I know.
In it, yeah.
And I looked at one of the guys. And I was like, I swear to God. And I had like 2 drinks in me. Jess was feeding me vodka sodas in that suite.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I go, you guys are fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what? I'm like, you had to bring the stage? And they started laughing, and everybody's laughing. And they're like, actually, we just spoke about this.
Yeah.
It really had to do with the advanced ticket sales.
Mm-hmm.
And when the tickets came out immediately, it did not move like Puerto Rico or London. But it was moving, but the pace wasn't quick enough. But if the pace is quick enough, because they're seeing that there is a total turnaround in this business right now for them, I don't expect them to come to the Garden and not have a small stage setup moving forward.
Right.
They gotta. Hogan wants to know, tell us about the food at the Garden. The food was great. It was catered. My kid ate like 18 hot dogs. We had a pasta
He wrote
dish.
about it, too.
He wrote about it. Yeah, my kid wrote a little story this morning about his experience with his hot dogs. There was a candy bar. There was a top shelf liquor bar. There was all this food.
It's it's fascinating too because it's like sweets at the Garden. Like the food is so good, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere else, it's okay. It's like,
oh yeah, at the Garden, the food is great.
Yeah.
Cadillac Carson says, next time you're backstage, start giving advice to the wrestlers. I actually went up to Roman. I was like, dude, more hair flip. I'm like, remember how Diesel used to do the hair flip and all the girls used to just melt? I'm like, more hair flip, dude.
That's why do you guys think we don't have any more interviews on the show? This guy just drops into DMs giving unsolicited advice to wrestlers.
Yeah. I'm like, Roman, you got to step it up, man.
Come on.
I had a blast. I had a great freaking
awesome.
time.
And the kids had fun.
The kids had a great time. Again, Mike Johnson was what a nice guy. We were talking about, he grew up in Flushing. We were talking about Flushing. He brought one of his buddies. His dad lived here on 200 and something street. It was a nice, great New York night.
Very cool.
I had a blast. I had a total blast.
Did you take the 9:00 train home?
The 9:15. 9:17. I was on that, and I felt bad.
Reserved seats on the 9:15.
I had my reserved ticket seats on the 9:15 train. I was back home by the show was still on.
Yeah.
By the time I got home, SmackDown was still happening. But you know what? It wasn't really me. Taylor, the kids were exhausted. Okay. They were done.
Yeah.
They wake up at like 5 o'clock.
That's the dad move.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. It was the I got it. The kids.
No. Honestly, Jess wanted to stay.
The kids.
Listen, Jess had a couple drinks. She met a couple people there. She was having a blast talking to them. They got a kick. She was wearing an NWO shirt.
It's great how the last time we were at the Garden, we did the same thing.
Yeah.
And we got home in time to watch the end of SmackDown again.
Well, what was the last time we were at the Garden? Was the
September? Yeah.
Was the September show? Yeah. That was a lot of fun. So listen, man. I just the experience alone, great experience. It's always a great experience. Going to AEW, great experience. I love going to wrestling shows. I always have a great time.
Yeah.
I meet great people and I talk about wrestling. I mean, I'm in my home.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I did get a little bonus points with Jess. She was like, "Wow, this is cool.
That's awesome.
The kid's got a
That's
great
really
experience."
cool.
I'm like, "Yeah, of course. This is fun.
You were like, stick with me, babe. You're going places.
You're going places." All right, let's go into the show, Rich.
All right. So Vince was reportedly backstage at the show. No word if changes were made. The show started out with a 40-minute
I saw
segment.
him.
Oh, yeah?
He whispered in my ear.
Did he whisper
He
what
told me
you...
to shave my mustache
Oh,
down.
I thought he whispered what you whispered to Jonathan to activate him.
No.
Too dirty to repeat in the middle of the show. 40-minute segment. The Usos come out to put Roman Reigns on trial, celebrating the pin. Paul Heyman interrupts with Solo Sikoa. Roman comes out, tribal chief, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I got to say, like, the fact that this is still going is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And the fact that they dedicated a gigantic opening segment to this Bloodline stuff that seems like it's never ending. This is arguably the best storyline WWE has done in how many years?
Okay, well, that's a great question, right?
Well, also technically, this story has been going on since the Shield.
The coming of age story for Roman.
The coming of age story.
Let's
Roman.
not count that.
Roman's Forrest Gump story of going everywhere and running
Actually,
across
you know what?
America.
I got to tell you that you know what, that would be a great gimmick for him. He just starts running across America. The Shield was a big hot angle for him. That, and at the time when that happened, we said, "Well, wow, this is the biggest faction angle that they've done since like DX."
Yeah.
I think this is as big for WWE as the Austin McMahon stuff was. I'm not saying as far as like viewership. I'm saying as far as like changing the pace of the business.
Yeah.
For them, 100%.
If you I'm going to use this phrase in terms of wrestling, and I'm going to see if you guys could follow me on this. I'm sure you'll understand. If you adjust for inflation, in terms of wrestling acumen, I agree with you 100%.
I get it.
If you adjust for inflation, this is it right now.
By the way, talking about inflation, last night's SmackDown, it was the highest grossing event ever at the Garden for WWE.
That's insane.
It was also the highest grossing domestic SmackDown in company history.
Do concessions count for that?
Yes, their concessions count for that.
Like in the Garden.
In the Garden, yeah.
That's probably why. Because
what are you doing?
Oh God.
Why are you drinking peach Arizona iced tea and your piss bottle of Gatorade?
He's trying to kill his sperm.
That is what he's doing. Good.
It's like I need my sperm count to be lower. You drink this Arizona.
You're right. I think between the merch, because there's and the ticket cost, it was not cheap. Yeah. Highest grossing ever for them.
I believe it because post pandemic surge pricing. Forget it. Like I see it.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Austin Theory defeated Sheamus to retain the WWE United States title.
Oh, can I backtrack a second?
Mm-hmm.
So I brought up theater, right?
Yeah.
That we went to go see The Lion King. Watching that opening segment, being in that building, felt like I was watching Broadway. I was watching theater. The pacing was very different for a live show promo. I mean, 40 minutes, 30 something minutes at least, and then they came back. The reaction to people was they were so interested in this and to see what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they took Roman bending the knee. Like they were like shocked that even happened.
Yeah.
Then the low blow was expected, obviously, at that point. But
you brought your little theater glasses, right?
I did. I brought. People in the building were very into it. They didn't get bored.
I believe it. New York's always a good crowd, though.
Except Nassau.
No, yeah.
Nassau sucks.
You know why? Because nobody wants to go out there.
Nassau
MSG is in the one of the most congested cities on the planet.
In the most congested area.
It's one of the most easiest places to get to.
Yeah.
Every train runs into MSG or near MSG, which is bananas, right?
And they want to move it, these idiots.
Yeah.
They want to move the Garden.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Don't ruin it for me.
F those idiots. All right, what's next? Grayson Waller effect with Edge leads to a match later. AJ Styles defeated Karrion Kross.
Very quick.
Very
5 minutes.
I mean, well, because that Roman stuff took up the entire front of the show. Asuka was interrupted by Bianca Belair, and then Charlotte, and then Io Sky with her briefcase. Bianca stopped to cash in, and the pre-main event, I guess you would call it, Edge defeated Grayson Waller, and then the main event was a Roman and Jey Uso segment with Jey able to get the upper. I can't read this for some
Jey was
reason.
able to get the upper hand on Solo before challenging Roman to a one-on-one. So,
which is what's going to happen at SummerSlam.
All right,
Very
cool match.
cool.
Do you think he drops it to? No, they can't.
I would love it. You know what? Do you think any part of this angle is making up for the lack of Dwayne?
You know what? I think if Dwayne did show up, it would have effed up this entire story.
Is this making Jey and I can't forget
Jimmy,
yeah. I'm having like severe trouble today.
Troubles.
It's too hot out. That's why my brain's melting. Is this making Jimmy and Jey or just Jey?
It looks like it's more Jey than Jimmy, but I think it has made. I mean, they will be considered the greatest WWE tag team of all time at this point.
They're already made guys in a certain respect, right?
I mean, who is the greatest WWE tag team? Who's yours and who's theirs? Who's WWE? Like when WWE talks about the greatest WWE tag team of all time, who do they look at?
In the modern era, just because of like durability and
modern era, 100%.
Modern era in terms of like longevity, it's between the Usos and the New Day.
The New Day was an argument for sure as the greatest, but you know, not knocking them, not knocking the New Day because I love them, but they're very one-dimensional with their character by design.
Okay,
by design, not that they're one. Like the character that they portray is very one-dimensional because they were so afraid to kind of muddy it up. So I would say, yeah, definitely them and the Usos, but like overall, when WWE talks about like the greatest tag team that they've ever had, who do they talk about?
The Usos are always in that conversation. Yeah, it's like it's leading to doom.
Well, not really theirs.
Yeah, but they like. I feel like whenever they do tag team stuff,
LOD, Demolition, right in the history books, New Age Outlaws,
not anymore.
Dudleys,
because they do the revolution. The you also have to take into account the revisionist history of WWE.
Yeah,
where they will adamantly push a New Day and an Usos over like a Dudleys or a Outlaws now, right?
Hulk Hogan in our chat room says the obvious: the Megamaniacs were the best. He forgot a brother though, an HH. He hasn't put an HH at the end of every sentence. Yeah, you know what?
I would love it if that was really Hogan from his beach house, just like. What? I'm into podcasts, brother.
He just got into podcasts. He goes, I like these kids.
I love these guys. They're great, brother.
One thing I would like, I think we should mention, in that Roman segment, Solo holding up the lei and being like apprehensive about it. Tempted. Like,
yeah.
I think they're setting up. I still think he's the one eventually. I don't
know. The best was when he was holding it. Some guy in front of me was screaming. He goes, "What is that? Chili peppers?"
Oh boy!
In the heaviest New York, and he said it 3 times. He goes, "What is that? Chili? But you got chili peppers around? What is that? Chili peppers?"
That's Johnny 3 times.
Johnny 3 times from Ronkonkoma. Yeah. I got a long ride on that train.
Got a real long ride on that train. All right, are we moving on?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Dynamite. It was an okay Dynamite.
It wasn't bad.
It was okay. I feel like there was something like a little lackluster. Not to poo-poo on the show, but maybe it was just me. I was like real hyped. Had a great day. Yeah. I was like, let's effing go. Mad loud. I listen to wrestling mad loud when my wife's not around.
Is that what you do?
Oh yeah, dude. It's like theater surround when she's not.
What do you do? You put Conrad on surround sound with Jim Ross?
It's like the THX beginning.
Fantastic.
AEW International Champ Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin defeated Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana in a blind eliminator quarterfinal. I really enjoy the blind tag eliminators.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm liking that concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's lethal lottery.
Yeah.
Not lethal lockdown.
Not lethal.
When
lockdown.
I was first told that it was lethal lottery, someone at AEW called me. They're like, "Listen, there's a lot of confusion over what this program, what this match is. You know, how we're doing this. Oh, what is that?
I don't know.
Hold it up. Where did that guy come from?
Whoop, whoop.
And I was like, in TNA,
Yeah.
Like, no, not Lethal Lockdown, Lethal Lottery. I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Swerve is going to be in a program this summer with Nick Wayne because next week is the match.
Yeah, that nice little promo for Nick Wayne too.
Yeah. Buddy Wayne trained Darby Allin, also trained Brian Alvarez.
Oh wow,
He was Buddy
cool.
was Brian's trainer and great wrestler.
What's Brian's finisher?
What is Brian's finisher?
MG, you have to know this.
I should know this too. I feel like that's like when you sign it when you go on Observer, like it's like a citizenship test.
What's Dave's finisher?
How many 5-star the 5-star press? He does this. He does the Ultimate Warrior press and then drops you and then does the splash on your back.
That sounds dirty.
Well, let me think. Yeah, so they're going to be in a program all summer. So I think Keith Lee will probably be involved in this again.
Yeah,
somehow. Sure. But I'm excited to see how they do that.
Yeah, Swerve is money.
Swerve is money.
That dude is great. You know what I want to see? I want to see Swerve Jay White.
I would love to see that too.
In like a nice program. We had bonding time between MJF and Adam Cole. You know what? Honestly, this made me laugh. And you almost kind of get an inkling that they may actually be really good friends backstage.
Who?
MJF and Adam Cole.
Dude, great buddy cop film, huh?
Yeah.
I love their bonding over working out. MJF called somebody fat and disgusting or whatever he said.
That guy is.
And Cole's like, dude, you can't say that anymore. Yeah. You can't say stuff like that. And then they started making fun of Tony Schiavone. So it seems like their entire friendship is based around hating Tony Schiavone.
But they have a really good chemistry, which I imagine also translates off screen for some reason.
Yeah.
Max
is great.
Max is great, and so is Adam Cole. It reminds me of like, those old bits during the Attitude Era where you'd have like a Kurt Angle or a Mick Foley or an Austin backstage, and on TV they're not supposed to be friends, but backstage they're like, they're buddy. The Acclaimed, Anthony Bones and Max Caster and Daddy Ass, defeated the Blade and the Bollywood Boys.
The Bollywood Boys are from Hamilton. Did you see that nice post they did about their dad? Their dad is a bus driver in Hamilton.
Oh, that's cool.
30-something-year bus driver. So I will say, the Acclaimed seems to be doing more trios.
Keep them healthy.
I believe they will be challenging for the trios title at All In.
Cool.
I think that's where they're going with this. Give Billy another belt. You know what? They should. That guy is so effing impressive looking.
They should. Do you think they would ever do like a Legends title?
I hope not.
Because they could.
I don't want to see that. That's what TNA did. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
Terrible.
TNA also did a Main Event Mafia, which I dug for a little bit.
You dug the Main Event Mafia?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I want to do? I would love to do one episode of TNA, like where we watch it once, like every week. I forgot about those early Asylum years.
Yeah. There was, the
penny pay-per-views.
The penny pay-per-views were the best. There's a lot of stuff from classic TNA that really did it for me as a wrestling fan because it seemed like they threw everything into a blender and just whatever came out was what they put on TV. Like their version of ECW, their version of ECW, their version of the Horsemen, the Hogan stuff, the Aces and Eights stuff, the early X Division, the Main Event Mafia. Like they really tried. Like the James Gang.
The James Gang.
Like they really, really tried. The Samoa Joe Kurt Angle feud, I feel like Kurt Angle. The Samoa Joe Kurt Angle feud is one of the best feuds I think in wrestling history. If you guys have never seen it,
that's the best that Kurt Angle was.
Yeah.
That version of what 07 Kurt Angle.
I feel like that was like the top of the mountain as far as like self-destructive Kurt Angle went. And
the greatest worker of all time at that era.
The intensity that he put into those matches,
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen those Samoa Joe Kurt Angle matches from TNA from like 20 years ago, do yourself a favor.
Kurt really, wrestling took everything from him.
Mm-hmm.
And he still would, physically, right? Physically, mentally. It really, it tore him apart. But seeing Kurt Angle, like when he went to WWE, right? That Kurt Angle could still do some, the intensity is there and it makes up for so much.
Yeah.
But he had a match on the Indies right before. He had a match in the UK. Was it Zack Sabre Jr.?
It was either Zack Sabre Jr. or he also wrestled Rey Mysterio on the Indies too.
It was Zack Sabre. Yeah, it was a Zack Sabre Jr. match he had in the UK, and he was moving.
Yeah,
like he looked good, and within a couple months of not wrestling, he stiffened up.
Yeah.
And like, dude, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no question about it. He's an American hero, gold medalist. Beat Iran in the '96 Olympics. But by the way, not a great match. If you watch it, it's not a great match. But my father tells me that all the time. By the way, because my dad was like a Greco-Roman wrestler.
Yeah,
you know that about Fred. And he's like, listen, when I watch that match, I know it is not good. They are hurt, both of them. That fucking guy is big. Talk about the Iranian. That fucking guy is big. That's a classic Freddie line.
I kind of wanna invite my friend Alana today.
Invite her.
I don't think she's around. Only because whenever Fred sees her, he goes, "What have you been all my life?"
His girlfriend's coming today.
Oh yeah, cool. We had Don Callis makes Chris Jericho an intriguing offer to join his family. Great segment. What better turd than Don Callis?
He is the greatest turd of all time.
Greatest turd of all time. He's right up there with MG Geek.
Oh no, yeah, right up there with this fool.
Sorry, buddy, I couldn't help it. What's that shirt you're wearing? Is that a Misfit shirt?
No, it's the -5 stars.
-5 stars.
Oh, I couldn't see the mic was covered.
Do you know what he did on camera?
No, do I want to know?
He had no pants on. He did a Buffalo Bill. He tucked,
Ooh,
and then he put his arms out and started spinning in a circle.
Like,
why are you doing that?
Puts the lotion on the skin, Andrew. All right. So Jericho says maybe he'll join the family. I like where this is going. I do like that Don Callis and Jericho have such a history together from Winnipeg.
Yeah, great. I think Don Callis is such a wrestling missed out on Don Callis for a very, very long time.
But now we're getting him.
Now we have him.
And
Jericho brought him back.
And Jericho and Kenny, man. Jericho and Kenny. These guys, huh?
Yeah.
Your direct lineage to AEW. Bullet Club, Don Callis, Jericho and Kenny, Tokyo Dome, Cody, AEW.
Yeah.
That's I might be leaving out a few, but that's pretty much it. AEW World Champ MJF and Adam Cole defeated Matt Menard and The Butcher in a blind eliminator tournament quarterfinal. Great. They did a cake spot. Whenever there's cake on wrestling TV, somebody's going to get splooshed in the face.
Old school spot.
There's certainties in life like death and taxes, and if you see cake on wrestling TV, it's going to get it on somebody's face.
Yeah. So essentially they did the Undisputed Era entrance.
Yeah.
Era.
Era.
Became a Kennedy all of a sudden.
Era.
MJF did the role of both Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved seeing that. He's such a great heel.
Mm-hmm.
He's fantastic. Loved his team. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Very, very. I love the Odd Couple combination.
Same here.
There was also a video package for Nick Wayne. I thought this was a great video package.
Yep. Good
job at introducing who he is and why he's important to people.
Very heartfelt.
Yeah, very heartfelt. Ruby Soho with Tony Storm and Saraya defeated Britt Baker in the Owen Hart tournament match. Kenny Omega defeated Wheeler Yuta.
That was a great match. I got to say, great main event.
Yeah.
For me, again, a little bit of a lackluster show. It was good. But that Kenny match, Maron, great stuff. Maron, call my Guma, great stuff.
Hey, it was so good. I called my Guma in front of my wife. Oh.
AEW Collision tonight, July 8th, 2023, the year we are living in.
Yep.
CM Punk versus Samoa Joe in an Owen Hart tournament semifinal.
I got a great idea.
Let's do it.
You're staying all day. Okay? You're not leaving.
No.
Okay, you're not leaving. We're going to turn into fucking pumpkins.
Yeah.
Okay? We're going to oil up. We're going to wear undies. And we're going to start tussling while this match is happening.
I'm going to...
Do you want to do that in my living room? Just reenact the entire match?
Sure. Chop each other for 25 minutes. Or we can do that on your PS5.
We can do it on my PS5. Diggity dog.
Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs in an Owen Hart tournament semifinal. I got to say, I think Team Taz ended too soon.
Yeah. I get it. So this is going to be interesting. I'm curious where this goes because you have two semifinal matches. CM Punk, Samoa Joe. Who wins this, Rich?
I think it's going to be a no contest.
Punk has never beat.
I feel like it's going to be like a draw or like some wacky shit happens.
Punk has never beat Samoa Joe.
I don't think this is his night.
Joe
chopped him into next year the last time they were in the ring together.
I know. And I know. Well, no. Last time they were, what was that, 2 weeks ago?
The triple, the 3-on-3.
I mean, these two have tremendous chemistry. Mm-hmm. If you have never seen them wrestle, I definitely recommend going and seeking those videos out. They had a best of, 3 matches in Ring of Honor and like a bunch in IWA Mid-South?
Yeah.
He's never beat him technically. That's the story. It's a big deal. But, I feel like the story is going to be Powerhouse Hobbs winning this tournament.
Okay.
And not a Bret Hart guy and not Samoa Joe and not Ricky.
Really?
I know that they are very, very, they want to elevate Powerhouse Hobbs.
Okay.
They want Hobbs to be elevated. They need, I agree with them. They need a monster on that show.
Yeah.
You also have FTR versus Jay White and Juice Robinson. Juice is my new favorite guy.
Yeah.
You remember how I love Jeff Jarrett?
Yes.
I love Juice now.
Juice's promos have gotten so much better. He cut a great one, I think on Punk not too long ago, where he was like, "Are you trying to put me to sleep?"
Yeah, he's like, "Why do you want me to go to sleep?
I get 8 hours of sleep. I'm wide awake," or something.
I
whatever.
got 8 hours. I'm not tired.
And then you have Athena versus Willow Nightingale in an Owen Hart tournament semifinal.
All right, cool.
Dynamite next week. Do you want to go into that, or do you want to go into okay? Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy face the winner of Jarrett and Hardy versus Garcia and Guevara for the blind elimination tournament semifinal. MJF and Adam Cole face the winner of Bill and Cage versus Beretta and Seidel in a blind tournament semifinal. Ruby Soho versus Sky Blue. Nick Wayne makes his AEW in-ring debut against Swerve, and Jericho takes on Commander.
Commander's getting hot.
Yeah.
People are into Commander.
Man, he's getting hot.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys like that they're doing all these tournaments at once? Is it a little convoluted for you?
I like
tournaments. Or you don't care?
I like tournaments. I love tournaments, actually.
This is leading into the G1, by the way. This is like...
And then now we're going into the G1. Yeah. I love tournaments. I do agree with you. I think it's two tournaments at the same time. I don't know why. You could have done something afterwards.
It spices things up, I think. I think
maybe.
Because you're getting to see like the wacky...
match makeups.
The wacky match makeups, which I really like, and it leads to new stories, and it finishes, et cetera.
Well, the con obviously is there's stakes for every match. I mean, that's the big... I mean, the pro, I should say. There's stakes, so that's good.
Let's see what we got here. New Japan Strong Independence Day highlights. Moxley defeated El Desperado in a final death match. Man, speaking of Moxley.
Oh, the skewers.
The Jun Kasai skewers to the forehead.
Insane.
Nuts.
I told you that's what freaking Kyle did at Penn 6 when we went to dinner.
Yeah, he threw them all on your forehead, right?
No, he did it to himself. He was a cute girl. He sees the girl. He's like, can I show you? She's like, I was a wrestler. I was like, and he's like, I love Freddy Cougar too.
Cougar?
And the girl, Freddy Cougar.
Freddy Cougar? Who's that?
Like Freddy Cougar
Mellencamp?
It's not Kruger. Cougar. And he's like, I love horror, I love movies, and I love wrestling. And the girl's like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, can I show you something? And I have no idea what the hell he had these bamboo. He had like a bunch of bamboo skewers, and he starts bashing in his head, and he opens up. And he goes, ta-da.
Ta-da.
And blood everywhere, just bleeding all over the bar.
Did he put one through one cheek, out the other cheek?
No, that was too much. Bleeding on that bar. I was like, do you need a wet nap?
Eddie Kingston defeated Kenta to become the New Japan Strong champion. Good for Eddie Kingston. I love that guy, even though he dresses like an Uncle Poppy. Fantastic.
Did you guys see the interview after the press conference where he was crying? It was emotional.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
He loves this shit.
Good for him.
That's his style that he loves.
Loves Japan.
He's a disciple of that old Japan style.
I hope he makes it far in the G1.
Yeah, me too. I'm into him. But, that Jun Kasai stuff, first time he's ever been in New Japan.
Yeah.
And New Japan doesn't do blood.
Yeah. They try not to.
No, they don't gig.
Yeah, they don't gig.
So
if it's blood, it's like very natural.
I guess Moxley is the exception here.
They love him.
Yeah. Moxley's the exception.
Do you think Moxley is as far as like in the eyes of New Japan management, is Moxley Bruiser Brody / Stan Hansen for them now?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's one of those guys. He's Terry Funk.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's Terry Funk. You know what? You're right. He's 100% Terry Funk. I just can't wait for him to start setting people on fire.
Yeah, me too.
New Japan Strong Women's Championship. Julia defeated Willow Nightingale to become the New Japan Strong champ. This could set up for a match against Mercedes Moné
When she's back.
Or when she's healed up or whatever the deal is.
I want to see Mercedes versus Julia.
I want to see Mercedes versus Julia, and I want to see Mercedes versus Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, me too. I want to see Mercedes versus everybody.
That was the first Julia match I watched beginning to end, and I gotta say I get all the hype now. I
Yeah, you get it. Yeah, no, I just
who Julia?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, world class. I do think Tony's probably gonna try to scoop her up. Give her like a year.
All right. Q&A time?
Let's do a quick Q&A and let's get the F out of here.
Yeah, let's get the F out of here. We're gonna play some video games and barbecue. You want to help me marinate?
Oh yeah.
I gotta marinate my meat.
Sure.
Why are you laughing? That was not dirty. Literally, I'm barbecuing.
MG, are you coming over?
I'm on my way right now.
Andrew's gonna send the private jet.
You want to see the TRT arms?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Ready?
Look at that. Look at that bicep.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Have not worked out once. Just rubbing this cream on my inner thigh, and all of a sudden, I'm getting muscles.
You should rub it on your junk. See what happens.
Oh no! You can't do that.
Really?
No.
You get like a strong schwanz?
No, not at all. It turns into like
you get a weak schwanz.
No, it turns into like the a Venus flytrap.
Like ooh.
Yeah. It's like a little shop of horrors.
Talking about the secret of the ooze.
It starts
over
telling
here.
me to bring people to eat. It's the whole problem.
MG, can you turn on the questions?
Swole boys, look at this chat.
Oh, yeah. 1 second.
Shin, what's your reggae for Corbin going back to the old Corbin?
A million. Super high.
I want that. I want the end of days and the biker shit.
I want the count.
It can still make him son of Cain.
That's what you always wanted.
I wanted him to be the son of Cain so bad. Where Cain fucked just once and out came Baron Corbin. Procreated, sorry.
Okay,
will Damian Priest cash in on Seth or Roman?
I think he should do a cash in on Seth. I think Roman is untouchable right now. Don't F it up.
Yeah.
Blue Cane. I'm into Blue Cane.
Blue Cane. You see that? You see that floating around? Yeah,
I'm into Blue Cane.
This is from Hogan. Does WWE have an exclusivity agreement with the Garden or Barclays?
See.
Or does AEW just decide to run different New York venues?
AEW would die to run the Garden because they would sell it out immediately. I'm not saying that because I'm an AEW fan. I'm just saying that logistically they would sell out their first show at the Garden. And I'm positive that they would probably run a smaller stage setup to claim that they have the attendance record at the Garden for whatever X many years. But it won't happen. WWE has an exclusivity, definitely with the Garden. I believe with Barclays also.
Okay.
If Tony could run Barclays, they would be here. They would be here very often. I mean, the Garden is off hands. They won't do the Garden.
Okay.
Not because they don't want to, because they can't. But we don't really have too many other venues. Like Nassau Coliseum is one, but nobody runs that anymore. Everybody's running UBS. UBS is not a great. I mean, the venue's fine, but you're not in New York City.
Right.
What are you, Belmont?
Yeah.
Right. Which is actually 10 minutes from us.
Yeah.
UBS Arena is literally 10 minutes this way.
UBS is pretty close.
So, and Arthur Ashe is like a 10-minute train ride this way.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they don't have a New York venue other than UBS because you can't run Arthur Ashe in the winter. You can't run it in the spring. You can't run it in the summer. The U.S. Open, the USTA takes over, and that's their priority. So you get this one show a year on the second or third week, whatever, the week after the U.S. Open, which I'm going. Are you going this year, U.S. Open?
I never go to U.S. Open.
You should go.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Give me tickets.
Yeah.
Let's see. Connor Augustin. Of the three brothers, who's more than likely to be a world champion? Jimmy, Jay, or Solo?
Solo.
Okay.
Just based on what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Not that there's anything. I mean, if they put it on Jay, I could see them doing that. But I think the story would be with Solo in a couple of years.
Sure. This is from Brian Knight. Threads, yay or nay?
I'm on there. It's not. It's a thumbs in the middle right now.
I'm giving it a nay so far. I haven't done it yet. And you know what the big deterrent is? If you try to get rid of it, it blows your shit up.
Yeah, it blows up your Instagram.
All right. This is a good one. $4.99
Nice.
from Bachelor 3000. We're gonna have to do this. Can we get a Rick Rude gyration from MG Geek on camera? MG, you gotta do it. Yeah, he's a paying customer.
I hate you.
Paying customer.
You gotta do it. Do it. Yeah!
A man who's never moved his hips in his life.
He has no hips, dude.
Pretty much.
No hips.
MG, thank you, Badger 3000. Amazing. That's the most this guy's moved in 6 years. You played yourself. I would die to see an AEW show at Barclays or the Garden.
I'm going to tell you something about Barclays.
Let me tell you something about Barclays.
Let me tell you something about Barclays.
Charles Barclay.
If that building tomorrow disappeared,
okay,
not tragically, not like that was people died. If it just went away, I would be so happy.
I don't get why you hate the Barclays so much. It's a great venue.
It's a terrible venue.
It's a great venue.
It's a terrible venue.
It's good bananas. You also hate Brooklyn. Oh, you have a hard on for Brooklyn.
Look who's here.
Uh-oh. Let me put it right up on the screen.
NYC Demon Diva says, "Fight me, Zarian, in the Barclays."
All I know. I was supposed to get dinner and drinks with Issa in Midtown. Okay. Next thing I know, she bails and goes to Puerto Rico to dodge me
forever.
Issa,
you still in Puerto Rico?
I'm actually planning a trip to Puerto Rico.
Are you gonna meet her there?
I would love to. I was talking to Jess. We were thinking about going for our anniversary for like 4 days.
Nice.
And we're like, we got to see Issa when we're down there. You know.
Very cool.
When are you back?
Yeah, you said when you come back.
Demon Diva, bullshit name. PR Demon Diva. Fake.
The fake news.
Fake news.
We got the best Demon Divas.
We got the best
MG Geeks who can't dance.
Who could gyrate their hips better, MG or that guy?
Oh, MG.
Or the TRUMP?
MG, 100%.
At some point in July, I'll be there. I'm willing to bet it's the week that I'm planning on going to Puerto Rico.
That's funny. I never get invited to these drinks.
Yeah, dude, come. Well, you know what it is?
It's always because you forget.
I do forget a lot. No, 100%. But a lot of it is also, I'll get a message and it's like a Tuesday or it's like a Wednesday.
You're already in the city.
Too. I'm already there.
You're already in the city.
Yeah, I'm dying to see Issa, one of my favorite people in the space.
I mean, the closest we got to an AEW show at the Garden was the New Japan ROH show.
Yes, but that's when WWE wasn't running the Garden regularly.
Right. But it was that was a great show. Let's see what we got here. At some point in July, she'll be there. Should Jey Uso win the Universal title at SummerSlam?
Is that what that title is called? I still don't understand what that title is called. Someone explain to me what title Roman has. Are the other two commemorative?
I think that's what they're going.
He's got the undisputed WWE Universal title, and Seth has the WWE World Heavyweight title. Right? Am I right about that?
I mean, there's three titles. There's correct. 3 titles being represented on TV for Roman, so I don't know what those titles are. One is obviously.
I think the confusion.
No. Wait a minute. No. You're absolutely wrong. You know, what does it say on that new title? It says Undisputed Champion.
Okay.
Right?
Just that's it. No Universal, not just Undisputed Champion.
I believe that's what it says. Hold on, let's find out. Undisputed Champion.
Says the same thing.
Yeah. He is the undisputed WWE Universal. But see, here's the other problem.
Right.
They call it the WWE Universal Championship belt, but it's not. It says Undisputed Champion. It doesn't say Universal because the blue belt said Universal Champion.
Now, what does Seth say? It just says WWE World Heavyweight Champion, right?
Seth says World Champion.
Okay. No heavyweight.
No heavyweight.
Okay.
So I think they're very confused with this naming. But per WWE's website, both titles are still independently active, as is the Raw SmackDown tag titles. Only NXT Women's Tag Belt is retired.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
Hulk Hogan with the info.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Brother.
Thanks, brother.
Imagine that's what he did at the end of his promos. He just did the kiss and then the LL licking of the lips.
Can we get a close up or not?
There you go. Nice LL. Good job.
That's all I do. That's all I do to my wife.
That's all you do to her?
She hates it.
You do an LL turn, she hates it.
Oh, yeah. She's like, stop doing that shit with your lips.
Hysterical.
Let's do one more question and then let us go barbecue, guys.
Yeah. Two more.
Guys, if you want to come over, this is Andrew's address.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, boy. Imagine if somebody did that. Imagine if Jonathan did that.
What?
Just
post some.
Put your address on.
We're having a banger outside.
Guys, seriously, like check it out.
Yo, Shin, come by, but you got to bring snacks.
You know what? Shin. Where is Shin? Shin's in Philly, right?
Shin's in Pennsylvania. He lives in Amish country.
Shin, can you
actually no Mennonite country?
Can you make it here in an hour?
He's a Mennonite dude.
Shin, you're invited. If you can make it, forget it. I'd.
Shin's a Mennonite and he makes cabinets.
Shin, how long would it take you to drive down here? Like right now, if
Philly?
you left
3
like
hours.
right now.
Probably 3 hours.
No, probably like if depending on traffic, I would say 225.
225 to Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
225 to Philly.
He could be here by 4, but by that time I'm a pumpkin.
Yeah, he won't even know who you are.
Yeah. I'll turn into a pumpkin by then.
So this isn't a question, but I want to put this up because this is the gentleman that made the sign.
Okay.
If you guys are ever in Hamilton or Ottawa, I want to buy you a beer. This is what we're going to do.
Thank you.
DM MG your info,
and
let's send them something.
Sure. Yeah.
Does
the box of
Pro
turds
Wrestling
sound good? Oh,
does Pro Wrestling Tees work in Ottawa?
yeah, I think
Hamilton?
so. It should, right?
Yeah. Do they do Canada?
You guys get mail up there?
Dude, they got really good mail.
You guys
up
get
there.
packages up there?
No, like really good packages.
Oh yeah.
I want to send them something because so the story was I got a text from somebody at AEW and I guess like they were editing that show because it was a Thursday show.
Beautiful.
And they're like, dude, we saw this thing and we thought it would be funny if we just blurred out the sign.
The bottom.
No, blurred out that whole sign.
Oh,
as like a rib.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Before the show, he told me he was trying to get my name on there too, and it was so tight already, all that wording at the bottom.
Do me a favor, can you get in touch, MG? Do me a favor, can you get in touch with them and then we'll send something?
It is pretty funny that
at 2Fight Forever on Twitter, just DM me Wrestling Shorts.
Yeah.
It's funny that he couldn't include you because one of those guys is completely made up.
Yeah,
I mean he exists, but you know he's for the most part he doesn't.
All right. All right. One more question, and we got to get out of here.
All right, guys. Give us one more.
We got to play that game that goes Dick Diggity Dog.
Give us one more really Diesel question about pro wrestling or about Diesel.
Yeah, one more great question.
MG, what are you doing this afternoon while we wait for this question? This amazing question.
I have to mow my lawn.
Oh, you got a big lawn too, right?
Yeah.
You got a riding mower for that?
No, it's push mower. I mean, it's not big that I need one, but it's big for that.
Wings, sauce or dry rub? Both.
Oh, good question.
Both.
I do
Depends.
like both.
I like a dry rub and I like to become saucy.
Okay. I lean towards sauce because I do have a specific way to cook my wings.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I do like to toss them in the sauce. So I'll go sauce.
What do you guys think about Kevin Nash said about LA Knight on the podcast? Listen, everybody has opinions.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I'm a big LA Knight fan. I think seeing him do more is great. The crowd reaction is really good with him. And you got about 2-3 years of this with him.
Yeah, great.
Because he's 40 years old. He's not going to do it too much more on a top level like that. Not saying that he can't go. I'm just saying the philosophy of that company. So utilize it now.
Yeah. And plus he's introducing that kind of style to a new generation who may go back and watch Austin and Rock stuff, you know?
Yeah. Which wrestlers would you invite to a barbecue?
Ooh.
Joseph Imagination would be invited to our barbecue.
Did you invite him today?
No.
Yeah, man, you could easily invite anywhere.
Yeah, I should have.
Your face dropped too. You're like,
You know what though?
He's listening too.
I want to see his interaction with Coco.
Oh, they're gonna start chopping each other.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll turn into an AJPW match.
You think
Just
so?
like big chops and then high suplexes on the neck.
You think that's what's gonna happen?
Absolutely.
Lance, we can invite Lance to our barbecue.
Lance Archer?
Lance Storm.
Oh, Lance Storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get yelled at by Lance. Texts me daily and just yells at me.
Where's my invite to the barbecue?
Where's my invite to the barbecue?
Hey, you guys are barbecuing, eh?
I don't think Jim Ross would enjoy our barbecue. I think he would criticize my food and tell me it's not good.
Well, we grill. We don't really technically we ain't smoking.
Yeah, we're not smoking
hickory nonsense for 8 hours. All right, we're trying to eat over here. Let's see. Give me.
You know what? I'd like Ronda Rousey to come over.
Ronda Rousey's a good one.
Yeah, she would have a good time.
For some reason, I feel like Alexa would be great.
Yeah.
You know, she strikes me as a big eater.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can chill hang.
You need people that can put it down, drink beers all day.
You know who? Tamina.
Tamina would be great.
Tamina, Natty.
Mox
would have a great time.
Mox. Who else? Danhausen.
Oh, 100%. Oh, RJ City. That's who I want in my barbecue. You know what? There's only one person I want in my barbecue. RJ City.
Great. Hillbilly
We'll
Jim.
talk. We'll have a couple drinks.
You'll try to get David Arquette's phone number.
I'll try to get David Arquette's phone number. We'll play Golden Girls trivia,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm a big fan of.
Okada.
I don't want Okada in my barbecue.
Why?
No, I don't want him.
You feel like he'd judge you?
Yeah, I feel like he wouldn't really have a lot to say.
I think he'd have a great time.
You think so?
I think so. I think that guy likes to party.
Let's see. Otis?
Sure.
Who's a wrestler you don't want at your barbecue?
Bastion Booger.
Bastion Booger?
Yeah.
I got one.
Good.
I got a lot of them,
Yep.
actually.
Give me.
Sabu. Don't want him at my
Why
barbecue.
not? You think he'll crash through the grill?
I think he'll crash through the grill.
Uh-huh.
Sabu's one.
Mm-hmm.
Any of those ECW rotten boys, the dirty
Yeah.
ECW boys.
Sandman.
I don't want Hack here.
I think Sandman would have a good time.
But there's too many Sandmans in the neighborhood.
That is true.
I live next to the Sandmans.
You do. There's a
Yeah.
lot of Sandmans in this part of Bayside.
Yeah, tons of Sandmans in the side.
That means Nick Gage wouldn't be invited.
Nick Gage
Kinda
now.
thing
I don't know what to do with Nick.
Well, I mean,
Matt Cardona would have a great time at this barbecue, and so would Brian Myers.
yes.
Brian's from Bayside, isn't he?
If you invited Nick Gage, you can say, "Hey, skewer me," and then you move out of the way, and he'll just get it through all the meat.
Yeah,
Just put it on the grill.
That's
It's
great.
like an easy way to get him to cook.
I heard he's a great smoker.
There you go.
Yeah.
Roman, what about Roman? You want to invite Roman?
I feel he'd be too high maintenance.
Cold as barbecue.
Yeah, he would hate my barbecue. He would
Cold
hate
as grilling, man.
He would hate it. All right. Who do you think would really like the food? Like somebody that will not leave. Like they're not rude or anything. They just extend their welcome
Because they're having a good time.
They're having a great time and they're just eating everything. And they're like, you got to give me the recipe for this.
Oh, that's a good question. Are we going to AEW or are we going?
You go anywhere.
We're going anywhere?
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to stall for time. What about you?
Ric Flair. You want him at your barbecue?
No, because at some point he's going to chop you. He's going to chop the grill. He's going to start chopping the raw chicken.
Cry.
He's going to cry. He's going to do what Coco does.
Yeah.
Dropping elbows on the patio
literally-
table.
You know what? Minoru Suzuki, I want him at my barbecue.
Suzuki seems like he would just pleasantly eat everything.
Yeah.
And hang out.
That's
so
actually
nice.
a good one.
Yeah.
You know who I want? Ken Shamrock.
Yeah.
I would love Kenny Shamrock here.
Ken Shamrock and Jose Canseco.
You know what? I'll take Jose Canseco. Are we going New York? Are we going baseball players?
Let's go baseball players.
Daryl Strawberry. Would love to. I've had dinner with Daryl. Did I ever
Oh,
tell
yeah?
you this?
No.
I had
Oh,
dinner
yes.
with Daryl
I remember
and his
that.
wife.
That was like when he opened the restaurant.
When he opened the
right?
restaurant.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. The nicest guy.
Bunk ass
Keith
restaurant.
Hernandez. I want Keith Hernandez here.
Oh, he'll
I
get
want-
loopy.
I want,
He'll show up drunk.
I would love Keith Hernandez here.
Well, they just inducted Hojo to the
Did
Mets
they?
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
We'll love him here. All right. That's it. We're done.
All right.
Bobby Bonilla on Bobby Bonilla Day. I would love Bobby Bonilla
Mhm.
here. Great. The smartest man in baseball history.
Oh,
He's going to be paid $1.3 million a year.
Mhm.
$1.1 million, $1.2 million, whatever it is.
I
Till
think
he's
7 more
71
years,
old.
right?
Yeah.
Till he's 71 years old.
how crazy is that?
Mm.
Unbelievable.
Good for him.
All right, guys. That's it for this week. Love you guys. See you next time.
Later.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
That was fun.
We're ending the stream. We're going to go and play some video games and marinate my steaks. And then,
Let's marinate first
Yeah.
and then game.
yeah.
And I'm going to wear that hat the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah, you can wear that hat. That's a great hat, right? I just got it. You know what? A Facebook ad got me for that. It's a Pacific Sun
Oh.
ad. Yeah, they sell it at Pac Sun.
MG, like you're going to get a lot of pictures later.
I'm sure I am. It's going to